Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to the Worldwide Community Talk Show called Let's Talk About It. I'm your host Charay, where we focus on issues affecting our community and much more. And today I'm going to be interviewing an actress, singer, and dancer that currently resides in New York that goes by the name of Tashi. So welcome, Tashi.
Thank you. Hi everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How's everything with you?
Everything is well. First, I'd like to thank you and welcome you to Let's Talk About It. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and rap it with me a little bit.
No problem.
Okay, so before we get into some of the good things that's been happening, besides from the artist, who is Tashi?
Tashi is an all-around entertainer. At the end of the day, no matter what I do, whether it's singing, dancing, or acting, my goal is just to make people smile and bring a little sunshine into their day because, you know, things are rough with people's personal issues, the economy, just everything. I think everybody's having a tough time right now. So by me doing what I love most of all is people's reaction, and I just try to bring a little happiness and joy through my work.
Right. Awesome. And so you're born and raised in New York?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm actually from Long Island.
Oh, really? Not too far. I'm in Queens.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I've been in South Carolina now for about 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and what is your nationality?
I'm Black American.
Black American. Okay. So when did you decide that you wanted to be a dancer, singer, and then an actress?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I would look at, you know, other artists on television, and even, you know, when I was a baby, my mother used to sing to me every single day. When she didn't sing to me, I would cry. So I would look at Michael Jackson, I would look at Tina Turner. My mother would play a lot of classic music, I'll say, Stephanie Mills, Janis Joplin, Marvin Gaye, and I just fell so in love with it, and I was like, I want to do that, Mom. I could do that.
Right.
You know, I would just try, and then, you know, eventually, my first job was actually in Puffy's We'll Always Love Big Papa video.
Wow.
And from there, I got signed to CED, and then after that, I was with Ford Models, and I kind of I did great with modeling, and from there, it was acting, and then after that, it was all about singing. So, but throughout all of that, I always did sing, but it seems like I did everything
first,
one thing at a time.
Okay, right. You have to. Oh, wow. So you started at a very young age.
Yeah, I started when I was about 4 or 5.
Wow. Okay. So you have a good support system with your mom,
Very
your dad. They
so.
supported you growing up, being that you started at a young age.
Not my father.
Okay.
Just my mother, my manager, my grandmother, my great-grandmother. My great-grandmother used to sell pies to help fund whatever I needed as far as my career. So
awesome.
It was all about the ladies.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna go into one of your videos. You were in rehearsal, and you was dancing to one of Michael Jackson's songs called "Keep It in the Closet."
Yep.
All right. So take a look, everybody. Check it out. Wow, Tashi, that was very impressive.
Thank you. I'm kind of nervous over here, like, oh gosh, I hope I'm not rambling.
No. So, do you have your own choreographer, or do you create the moves yourself?
Well, I take dance class.
Okay.
I've been taking dance class since I was about 12. And every dance I've ever learned, I always memorize. The teacher forgets it. Years have gone by, so I take dance class and I take from that and do the choreography.
Wow, wow. So with that Michael Jackson routine, Keep It in the Closet, was it hard to learn?
No, it was easier for me because I knew the words.
Okay.
So instead of saying, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, I would sing the words, and the dance moves, somewhat coordinate and tell the story of what he's saying through the lyrics. So it was pretty easy for me.
Wow. Okay, so that routine, did you perform it anywhere, or was it just for rehearsal purposes and gaining?
It was just for rehearsal to better myself as an artist, or anytime I would have a meeting, I would make the video mostly for my YouTube fans.
Okay, right.
Because I like to keep them up to date with what
Right.
I'm doing and keep my videos as current as possible. So that's what it was really for.
Wow. Well, I must say you are very beautiful and you're very fit.
Thank
So
you.
tell us, Tashi, what are the steps you take for staying fit?
Staying fit, it's mostly just dance class, and I love to eat fruit for breakfast, but I'm not a big health freak. I drink water. I don't really drink juice or soda or anything like that, but
Okay.
I love lamb chops and cheeseburgers and all that kind of stuff. So
Oh, wow.
I think it's just being blessed with good metabolism.
Right. That's what I was going to
But
say.
It's mostly dance class. That's the most
Okay.
exercise I get.
Right. Which is great exercise. Dancing is really good exercise. Okay. All right. So let's go into actually some of your songs. Actually, we have one here. A song called No More. Tell me a little bit more about that song.
Well, in high school, I had a big crush on this boy, and I would be like, I don't want to think about him no more, but everything he would do would just make me, like, re-like him all over again. Like, I love the way he does this, does that. So I'm like, I'm going to write a song about it. and it's basically about this crush on this boy that I had, a crush I had on this boy from high school.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody check out Tashi's original song called No More.
No, you look good. No, I'm just like, all right. Hey. Oh, why you call me up in the morning just to say good morning? He know what he doing, and he know that I love it. Finding letters in my bag, I ain't never had attention like this. I'm a sucker for sweet little things, and he makes sure that he keep 'em coming. 'Cause I might be asking for trouble with this one right here. He knows the right things to say to keep me falling, and I shouldn't call him. I don't wanna love him, but I can't stop my feelings. I just wanna wake up and not think of him no more. I wanna fall asleep and not dream of him no more. I wanna go outside and I wish I was his no more. But everything I do, it keeps me running back to you, and I can't hide it.
All right. So wow, I like it. And I like your voice. If you had to compare yourself to anybody, who will it be?
I mean, I can't really compare myself, but as far as artists that I like that are current, I love Beyonce.
Right.
Unfortunately, Aaliyah has passed, but I love her voice.
Right.
I mean, that's all I can really think of right now. That's current.
Right.
I look at everybody and I find talent in everybody. And I'm like, ooh, that's good. Let me take that reference.
Right.
I make my own sound.
Right. You do have your own sound. You have that very soft, soulful voice, like you said, like Aaliyah. It's very pretty. Okay, cool. And then you also, what inspired you to do the cover? I see you also have another video on YouTube, a song entitled Thinking About You by Frank Ocean.
Yeah. Frank Ocean is one of my favorite male artists at this time, and I didn't really know who he was when I did that cover. My friend put me onto his Nostalgia Ultra mixtape, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what is this song? I need to sing it, because even though the song is not a typical, oh, we're together and things get rough, and just the way he words it is so unique and so different, I'm like, I have to sing this song, because I haven't really heard any other artists like him lately anyway. So I fell in love with the song, and I was like, I'm going to sing it. And next thing you know, I hear it on the radio. I'm like, oh, I did good. More views.
Right. Right. Wow. Well, we're going to take our viewers also into this clip of you singing Thinking About You by Frank Ocean.
Okay. But here it goes. This is for any girl who still thinks about that memorable or special boy that's not really in your life anymore. So if you miss him, this is for you.
Wow, Tashi, that was a very good rendition of the song. I enjoyed it. I like your control. You have voice control, and for some people it's very kind of hard to do. And to me, you nailed it. You nailed it. Okay, so let's talk about this ad in this New York magazine. Tell me about this.
Well, it was crazy. I did a film called Give Me the Loot, and one of the casting directors reached out to me and said, New York Magazine is looking for couples, would you like to participate? So I said, okay, sure, but I don't have a boyfriend, but I could try and find a boy. So she's like, all right. So I didn't find a boy, so they brought one in for me.
Okay.
And we just played it out like we were a couple in love.
Wow.
And that's it. Everybody else there was a couple. I was the only one there that had to kiss a stranger, but it was a lot. It was a lot of fun. And I told them, during the interview, lie and say we've been together for 3 months, because I didn't want them to say, oh, you can't participate because you're not really together. But we made it work.
Okay, so Tashi, tell me about this movie that you were in called Give Me the Loot.
Give Me the Loot is a feature film. It won Best Film at South by Southwest. It got into the Cannes Film Festival.
Awesome.
So, it's doing really great. It was bought by IFC. I'm actually about to go to France at the end of the month.
Oh, wow.
For another film festival for the movie.
Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. And your character, the name is Sophia?
Yes. The film is about these 2 young graffiti artists in the Bronx, and they're trying to get $500 so they can bomb the Mets apple. And by bomb, that's a graffiti term meaning, to write all over, to do graffiti on the Mets apple, because we were, somebody buffed our piece, which means we did graffiti and then they, wrote like profanity all over it. They disrespected us. So our revenge would be being able to write on, the Mets apple, because that represents Queens. We're from the Bronx, and the people that messed up our piece are from Queens. So we're trying to get that $500 so we can get the revenge, but the movie is about the trials and tribulations, that happen while we're trying to get the $500. It's, like I said, an urban adventure. It's really funny, it's really light, it's really fresh, and people seem to really enjoy it. So I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Right, awesome. Well, speaking of graffiti writing, the guy who started graffiti writing, which is Darryl McCray, we call him Cornbread from Philly, he's actually in my town right now.
Oh, wow.
He came by my house actually earlier. He's in my movie. It's a movie that it's my first movie that I'm produced. I wrote it, produced, directed, casted, and filmed, doing everything. And it's called Is This Love? And so he's got a part in it, and then I'm also interviewing him later as well. So yeah. So that's awesome. But everybody take a look at Give Me the Loop.
You always saying, oh, we gonna be the biggest writers in New York City. Do what you gotta do to make that shit happen.
Yo, so everything is a goal. And you gotta give him $500.
$500?
Yeah.
Where the fuck we supposed to get $500?
Ready? We're gonna do this shit right here.
Wow, Tashi, that is very, very, very interesting, and I can see myself going to see that.
That's great.
Wow, yeah, I can really see that. It's really down to earth, and it does look like it's something a little different, and how was it preparing for that role?
It was great. We had graffiti lessons before we started. We had a lot of scene rehearsal, which really helped, build the chemistry between me and the other actors. It was a great film overall. We shot it in my hometown, New York City. We shot in the Bronx, Queens, and Manhattan.
Wow.
And it was my best summer ever. It was much fun.
Wow. Okay. And then you was actually featured in another film as well called Gimme Shelter. And tell me about that.
A lot of gimmies.
I'm sorry?
I said a lot of gimmies.
Oh, I know, right? Give me the loop, give me the shelter. They ain't asking no more. They saying gimme. But tell me about that. And where was that shot and filmed?
We did Gimme Shelter in New Jersey.
Okay.
It's starring Vanessa Hudgens. It has Brendan Fraser from, the main character from The Mummy, Rosario Dawson, and James Earl Jones.
Wow, okay.
And it's about Vanessa Hudgens, how her mother was a drug addict, and then she ran away and she got pregnant and ended up in this homeless shelter for young teens that are pregnant. And I'm one of the girls that's in the shelter that's pregnant. And I'm bipolar.
Okay.
So you see me with my little attitude, and then you see me be nice, and then, I give birth to my child, as well as the other females. You see them interact with their children, and ultimately we're like her real family because we're there for her, through this rough time, even though the rest of her family really wasn't.
Wow. Okay, well, let's go into this quick clip of some of the behind the scenes, actually, of Gimme Shelter with Vanessa Hudgens.
Warning, 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 warning,
East New York. Oh.
I am now. Tawana was good.
Apple. What's up? Me, Jasmine. Hey, posting up.
Carmel, bitches.
We're the only people who see
And the little playpen thingies. I'm taking pictures of you now. I'm just joking.
I love when celebrities do that to paparazzi. They take their camera and
I would do that. And I would have the camera right here. Just to
come on, smile for me, smile for me. Give me the peace sign, give me the peace sign. See you showing everybody.
Okay, Tashi. I also see here you were featured in Essence magazines. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tell me about that.
It was great. I was working with the PR company that worked with the film Give Me the Loot. They represented the film, and they said, we just want to take you and, introduce you to a few different magazines. So I went up there, and they said, we're just going to take your picture in front of the Essence sign. And I'm like, okay. Next thing I know, I'm on the website, and it's like, I think it says start. And they just told people to look out for me. I'm starring in the new film Give Me the Loot, and I was just so thrilled because I love Essence magazine.
Wow.
And that's basically it.
Wow, awesome. Well, you're doing a lot of good things, a lot of good positive things, and you following your dreams. And once again, I'd like to congratulate you on everything, all your accomplishments, and encourage you to keep pushing and keep going. And I wish you a good trip, safe trip to France. And also, before we leave, I'm also going to put in your IMDb page link so people can go and check you out and see all the other stuff you've been featured in. I think some other things with Ice Age, Are We There Yet, and Miracles Boys. And so that is awesome. So before we close out, what would be some of your encouragement to other young females and males that's looking to come out and pursue their dreams as an actress or a singer or a dancer?
Well, I would just definitely say, whatever you do, make sure you give it your all, do it 100%. And anytime things get hard or frustrating or you think you can't, instead of looking at, how far you've gotten, look at how far you've come, because people tend not to do that. And just keep working. If it's something that you really love and something you really want to do, if you give 100%, you'll definitely get all your heart's desires.
Amen. Couldn't have said it any better. And you can also let people know where to go to search to find you at as well.
Okay, you guys can check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/Tashi, Tashi, music online. And on Twitter, you guys can follow me. And my Twitter name is Yes Miss Tashi, so twitter.com/YesMsTashi.
Okay, there you have it, you guys. Also, with your style of dancing, I meant to ask you, who are some of your influences?
Janet Jackson, absolutely.
I can tell.
Janet Jackson is incredible, and this dancer by the name of Danielle Polanco, she dances for Beyonce and stuff like that, and Beyonce as well. I think she's a great, full-on entertainer as well as, solely just a dancer.
Right.
But yeah, my main one is Janet, though.
Right.
Janet killed it. Nobody could touch Janet.
Right. Yeah, I kind of miss seeing her perform too as an artist. Me, I used to dance. I used to have a girls' dance group as well, and she was one of my I used to love seeing "Good Job."
Y'all letting it Janet. Come on, y'all.
Right. I know. But once again, I'd like to thank you, Tashi, for coming on to my show, and I wish you all the best, young sister.
Thank you
and
so much.
You're welcome. And have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
And remember to, let's talk about it. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.